Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Okay, so before we get started, everything I say in this video is my opinion, mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research, come to your own conclusions. With that being said, let's do this. Okay, so I got some things to say about everything that's been going down the last week with Meghan, Dina, everybody. It is a mess. Now this is probably going to go out tomorrow, which will be Monday, the 18th. But I'm going to get it recorded now, just because I feel up to doing it. I'm not dying from the heat. Well, I am, but never mind. Before that, though, I wanted to say something. In the video where I spoke about Erin accusing people of supporting convicted, I'm just going to say terrorists. Now, I had a comment on there that said, if you're making this about you, then it's a you problem. Now, I'm only going to say this once. If somebody comes to my comment section and says that people like you are supporting convicted terrorists, I'm going to assume that you mean me. Why else would you bring it to my comment section? Because I wouldn't bring something to your comment section like that unless I was talking about you. And no, that's not a me thing. Maybe it is for you. But wouldn't you feel the same if someone came to your comment section and said that? Don't you automatically think they're talking to me, about me? I'm just going to leave that there. Anyways, all this stuff that's gone down this past week and a half tour with Dina, Dina is the one I'm the most confused about. For her to go into AZ's stream and say the things she said, and then go into Julie's stream and repeat those things. All I can say is Dina must be in a really, really bad place right now. And whatever's going on, I really, really hope that she can get it together and come back. Because Dina ain't a problem starter. This is not like her. Something is going on that's bigger. Bigger than YouTube. Bigger than Katie Joy. Bigger than Meghan. Bigger than it all. Because she's just not a problematic person. And there are so many people with so much respect out there for Dina. I'm one of them. And honestly, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the person I call a friend. She is such a sweet, kind person who is normally the one with a level head. So for her to be saying the things that she said, there is more going on than this. And I really hope people will give her a chance to come back and set it all straight. As for Meghan, I don't hate Meghan. I don't even dislike Meghan. I did lose a lot of respect for her though. And I'm going to explain why. When everyone thought that Dottie weren't giving the money that was donated for Meghan, we all stood up for Meghan, including myself, on Twitter. We all said how disgusting it was. We all tried to support her. Some people donated money. And that was very kind of them. Now I'm going to go at Meghan for asking for help. I'm not annoyed at Meghan for asking for help. I'm annoyed at the way she went about it. I'm annoyed at the manipulation, the games, the lies. Accusing people of calling CPS. I doubt Julie Virgo knows what state you live in, Meghan, to call CPS on you. I doubt she knows your home address or your postcode, zip code, whatever you want to call it. This is the problem when you go around talking about people. Eventually, someone will say something, and then someone else will say something. And then that starts off a chain reaction that leads to people talking to each other. And that is when people start saying, but she said this to me. But hang on a minute, she said this to that person. And this to that person. Eventually people come together. And eventually it always comes to light. You sat there telling people how you were desperate to pay your bills and that it was all Dottie's fault that you couldn't pay your bills. You sat there taking money from one person after another, not mentioning that other people had helped you, talking crap about them, even trying to get people out of the community. Now, if there is somebody in the community that I don't like, then I don't talk to them. I don't try and stop other people being friends with them. I don't go into DMs and start talking trash on that one person. You actually said to somebody that you wanted somebody out of the community, Meghan. That is an issue. That is a big problem. You put up someone's father's obituary in DM. Do you not realise how hurtful that is? But I think the worst thing is what you done to Dottie and other people when you were saying they were such great friends, but there was more turned out to your birthday party stream than theirs. Yet in another DM you're telling her how much you love her and adore her. and you got such an amazing friendship. That is like a child. Children say things like that. But more people turned up to my stream than they did to hers. Ha ha ha. How low do you have to go? At what point do you say stop? I spoke about Katie Joy in another video I did tonight, being a pick-me girl. And that is exactly what you've been doing, Meghan. Playing people off against each other. Being nice in one chat, talking about them in another. And that gets to me. That really gets to me. People who do that and are supposed to be grown adults. I don't know. Games. Silly little games. And you know something, Meghan? I think people would forgive you. But you would have to prove yourself. And it wouldn't hurt by starting out with an apology. I dropped a DM to you after you DM'd me and said to you to come on the stream and say your side. You blocked me. And you told people I was rude to you. What exactly did I say that was so rude? I asked you to come and say your side. That's not rude. That's offering you an olive branch to come save your own neck. It's not being rude. It could have been rude. I could have called you all the bees under the sun for the things that you'd said about people behind their backs. And then in one breath you're being nice to them, and the next you're not. You can't stand them. You want them out of the community. You had a better birthday stream than them. Or you're talking about someone's lost relative. I wouldn't say I'm angry with you, I'm disappointed. I thought you would have been better than that. I thought you would have been more honest than that. But I'm really not good at judging people on the internet. Because some of the people I thought were okay ain't on the internet to be even polite to people, because that's not what you're doing when you're in DMs, calling people out, trying to get them pushed out of a community. And the things that you said about Little Red, this is really, really important to me, because Little Red, I adore Little Red. She is so sweet. And she has been through a lot. She has been through one hell of a lot. And despite it all, despite her taking 90% of the harassment after the SA report was released, she came back fighting. She came back, she stood her ground, and she stayed. She went through a major surgery at the time that people were calling her out. She almost lost her life. She was found at home very, very unwell. Thankfully, today she's doing good. I was watching her last night and she looked so well and so happy compared to where she was going back when this happened. But the stuff that you said about her behind her back to Dottie was supposed to have been her friend. Just goes to prove that you really can't trust that many people on the internet. And when I'm talking about grown adults doing this to each other, one thing I can assure you, Meghan, is if I got something to say, I'll say it publicly. I won't be rude. I won't attack you for that's something you didn't do. And I'll always try and be polite, because that's just who I am. I'm not one way in real life nor another on the internet. I'm one person, but I'll try to make myself out to be something I'm not. I'm just another human being posted my opinion online. And I enjoy doing that. And I'm sure whatever you're doing, you do too. But do you really enjoy being the pick-me girl? Do you really want to be that much the centre of attention? Because you're worth so much more than that. You really do need to know your worth. Because you are. You are worth more than that. You're better than the person everyone is talking about right now. And I believe that. But you've got to show it. So Meghan, this message is for you. And I hope you take it the way it's meant. It's not an attack. It's not a dig. I want you to understand that you are worth more than the person you're showing yourself to be. I'm sure in time, with apologies, genuine apologies, people will be able to move on. As people often say, the internet has a short memory. And with genuine, continuous behaviour, people will learn to trust you again. I'm sure of it. And I can only hope you take this message as it's meant. And I wish you nothing but the best for you and your little girl. Please don't lie about me. It's just not worth it. Just think about the things you've been doing and realise your worth. And with that in mind, I'm going to get some sleep. Good night all. Have a good one.